Good morning, E-World. Good afternoon time. Good evening, whatever the case may be in your part of the world. This is Crisscross and Wise YouTube channel, and today I have another short video for you. I'm going to go into the settings that I'm using on my Sabvaton, and I think that these settings offer a pretty good bit of performance, at least for me, on basically the stock 72 volt side. Reason being is that unlike most people that I hear on YouTube discussing their settings, a lot of guys, I've stated this before, state that they don't use regen or their e-brake as they claim it has no benefits, because they don't live in a hilly environment, which I think is complete and utter nonsense. Your e-brake is a lot more important than just, trying to recharge your battery. It's self-explanatory. That's why it's called the e-brake, your electric brake. And I think the benefits of an electric brake itself, as far as helping stop these bikes, far outweighs the regenerative benefits you get from it. However, with the settings I'm using, I feel like I am getting quite a good benefit from my regen, because not only am I using regen as far as my e-brake, I'm using the regen that when you let off the throttle, it automatically slows your bike down. Now, I know a lot of people don't like that, but I think that's a great thing. It gives your e-bike that dirt bike feel, as far as a gear-driven bike. When you get off the throttle, it it automatically slows the bike down. It also helps as far as if you're a wheelie guy, because with flux weakening enabled, it is easy to wheelie and go all the way backwards if you don't have something that helps slow your bike down. And that regen alone will help you not only have to modulate your rear brake. That helps a lot with keeping that wheel on the ground. Alright, sorry about that, guys. As always, when I go to make a video, that's when everybody and their mama decide they want to call me then, and then don't have nothing to talk about. But anyway, okay. So as I was stating, the regen and all that is very significant to me. Like I said, it aids in helping stop this thing, and I do get a good deal of regenerative energy put back into my battery. If you imagine, if you're throttling up and wherever you're going, as soon as you let off the throttle, you're automatically turning that hub motor from electric motor into a generator or an alternator. So if that's slowing you down and helping add to your battery reserve at the same time, I mean, why not use that? And you don't have to live in a hilly environment. Are you telling me you're going slow? Is that what you're saying? You're going that slow that the regen will have no effect on slowing you down? So, yeah. Anyway, so let me show you these settings that I'm using right now on 72 volts with this Sabvaton 150. And like I said, these settings aren't about power and speed, but more on the regenerative braking side. Although I'm going to show you all my settings for right now. All right, let me find this this app. All right, another thing I want to show you how I have my bike situated. If you're using the Bluetooth app, there is a JST connector that you have to disconnect, and that is on your display wire. There's a secondary connector on your display harness, and it has 3 little wires on it, a yellow, a green, and a brown, and you have to disconnect that in order to use the Bluetooth app. Now, I've routed that little connector outside of my plastic frame cover, and I have it right there so I can disconnect it at will and reconnect it. And you know, I'm learning some things as I go along. I thought once you started using the Bluetooth app that you could no longer use your display, because you'll have that check engine up there, and the speedometer and all that stuff won't work. But if you save your settings, yes, all that will still work again. So after you do your settings and check everything out with the Bluetooth, reconnect that back and you're good to go. I have mine like that, and because I extended my seat out a little bit, I have this Velcro covering, and that enables me to hide this connector underneath of that Velcro when I'm not using it. I stick it under there like that. It's hard to do with one hand, and you pretty much don't see it too much. I mean, you can see it, but it's hidden pretty well instead of just sticking out there. So, like I said, when I need to disconnect it, I disconnect it, and then I reconnect it back. And, you know, I put it so it's right there. Anyway, let's go to this app. Turn it on, and you know, once you turn it on, you have to connect it, and we're gonna look for it right there. There it is. All right, now we're connected. We're gonna go into the settings. Right now it's just gonna give me the parameters, my battery voltage and all that stuff right there, but we're gonna go into the settings part, and those are the normal settings that it comes preset with. Everything's on default. Temperature settings. So we're going to go to function, and as you can see, this is how I have mine set up. I have my e-brake current set at 75, so when I squeeze my brakes and activate the motor disable, which engages the e-brake, it allows me 75 amps worth of e-brake regen. I have my flux weakening on, and I have my flux weakening set right now to 50. I'm still doing a little experiment with that flux weakening, but you know, the range is up to 80. Right now I have mine set at 50. I have my regen enabled, and I have my regen current set to 30 amps. Okay, so that's where I have mine set. My anti-theft I don't have on right now because I got to put some new batteries in my remote, so I don't have that on, even though it wouldn't do anything by having it on right now without that. My throttle, these are my throttle settings, and you can pause that to see that. My throttle minimum voltage is 1.3 volts. My max voltage is 4.4. My acceleration I have set to 200 milliseconds, and you know, you can decrease that, and of course that'll make you accelerate a little faster and decelerate. But those are where I have mine set. I have my throttle mid voltage set to 2.5, and my throttle mid current set to 100 amps. Let's see, my motor direction 1, the poles course, you know there's 16 poles in these motors. Speed limit, I have mine set to no limit, of course. My internal speed percentage is 45, low speed percentage 45, mid speed percentage 85. So yeah, these are all of my settings as they are right now. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some some Sabvaton expert technician is going to tell me that I had this set wrong and that set wrong. Well, anyway, I like these settings where they are. And like I said, when you want to save them, you just hit that little file, floppy disk or whatever that is up there, and that will save your settings. I mean, I can just do it right now. See, it says operation done. That will save my settings. So when I go to reconnect this back, all my settings will be saved and stored in there. In fact, I'm going to set this camera down for a second. I'm going to reconnect this back, and I'm going to show you the settings in my display controller. Okay. Now, as you can see, the little check engine light went away. And if you don't know how to go into your settings and your options in this particular display, you hold the plus and the minus for a couple seconds and release. Then you hit the memory button twice, and then you're into your settings. We're not going to deal with the brightness or the clock. Show you my system settings, which is basically default. I have it on imperial, so that way everything is in miles per hour. You know, if you change that, that'll change everything to kilometers per hour and all that kind of stuff. 72 volt system. Power indication, I have mine set to voltage because that's what I like to read. My auto assist, which is basically your pedal assist, I have off. So let's go out of there. My auto off right now, I don't have set on. I had that set on to 5 or 10 minutes, but that got annoying because right now I have because I don't have a key ignition at the moment. I'm still waiting on my key ignition. I'm using the password. My wheel settings, my advanced settings, let's go into that. And if you don't know, if you ever get locked out of your Sabvaton and don't know what the password is for any reason, let me just give you this tip. The password for all Sabvatons, if you get locked out, if you forget your password or anything, is 1801. So let me put that in there because I left it at the default setting, 1801. And there you have it. We're in the advanced settings. Speed limit I have set to the max, 150 kilometers per hour. The current limit on this controller is 50 amps, but your MCCon app overrides that. Assist levels, I have mine set to 9. Poles in the motor on this display won't allow you to set it to 16. Throttle, I have that on no. Assist poles, I have that on 8. Throttle level, no. Clockwise start, no. And we'll exit out of there. So, you know, you can go in your battery menu. It'll show you, like I said, I have mine set to voltage. The capacity right now is fully charged at 100%. Show you the cycle times and all that when you're not charging and when you're in run mode. Basically, that is it. Alright, so those are my settings, and once you do that, I'll lose connection on this when I go out. connected that thing back. But anyway, yup, fellas, those are my settings, and for now. But I'm still experimenting, and if anything changes, I'll give you an update. Alright, y'all. Deuces. Crooked Finger Productions. We out.